Chris and Dan's.
Welcome all to Chris and Dan's personal space show.
There's another person here.
Can you not interrupt me 2 weeks in a row? I'm Dan.
I'm Chris.
I'm Robert.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Robert. So Robert's my brother.
All right, now that's out of the way.
You let him out for the weekend. He's from Virginia. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. No, I just stayed
He
there.
is out there crushing it. No, I mean, that's...
This episode is going to be on humans and how to deal with them.
Fuck.
How to live with them.
Ah.
Humans and how to live with them.
I'm like already
Bummed.
thinking about other people.
Man,
I can't.
I don't want it. I don't
So
want to
then
do
what
this.
about
I don't want to do this.
Can we just... All right. And that's the end of our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, our topics today are humans. So,
Or dealing with people.
yeah,
I guess.
how do we deal with people?
I don't do it like wrong every day.
I'm bad at it. I'm
I'm
bad
good.
at dealing with people. How are you?
I'm not good at it, and that's my only job.
That's all right.
Most of our jobs is dealing with people. So
Yeah, right.
If you're in any what is a job? Dealing with people.
Yeah, that's about it.
Like I said earlier, I think dealing with conflict, or what the hell's our damn topic? Kind of dealing with people or conflict. I seriously feel like, but okay, so yeah, we all deal with conflict. I get it, but I think it's necessary and healthy, and that's how we
Oh yeah.
weed out shitty ideas.
No, you have to argue. I mean, you have to argue with someone.
I seriously, yeah, you have to.
You have to.
But we all fucking do it wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone does it wrong.
I would love to know what's the
right way?
how can we do that better?
There's no right way. Because you know the right way for you, but for someone else that's not right.
Like, for example, so we had that meeting where I said there's no, whatever. We had that meeting, I don't want to get too specific, but a person just totally disagreed with what I was saying.
Yeah, it was a work thing.
And it was kind of, I felt like an attack, and I was like, Jesus. Something I like to do, since I work with people all the time as a nurse, and I tell them stuff that they don't like to hear, is sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know what, maybe that's not the best choice right now. Instead of, no,
That's a bad idea.
that's not gonna work. It just feels shit.
See, that's what I do.
It works.
But it works for me somewhat now because people know I'm just like that. People just listen to that from me now because I have that power over them.
Well, it builds trust once you know. I hear
when,
you.
When someone trusts me, I can just say, no, it's stupid. Don't do that. And they're like, okay, he's right. Fine.
What about you? Like, what do you just go like, you're fucking wrong, son. Here's what we're gonna do. Expansion.
I mean, when I've got a patient, I always like try to meet them halfway because like they're, I work with like a lot of motivated people that are usually like very athletic or very active, and I'm like, well, what do you do and what can we do to work together on that? And sometimes I'll get an orthopedic surgeon in, and they're not the best at bedside manner, and they'll just tell you, well, you're just gonna have pain for as long as you keep doing this sport, so you should just quit. And it's like that's a door into conflict. I don't know.
Fair. That's fair.
That's a dick move, right?
Dick
so,
moves.
And
Yeah.
so a lot of what I do is I try to like mediate a lot of conflict.
I think we all work in healthcare.
Yep.
We do, and it's it's hard because we're in. Another idea I have is we're all people pleasers, and that's not only just what everyone just tries to do and avoid conflict, but that's our job.
Right.
Right.
That's
then-
the complicated part.
You know what I fucking hate is like when you do something, or even say something, and they don't like it, or they're unhappy. Like I get this weight to do. Like you just feel more how I should do or behave now. Like I care too much about that person's unhappy because I can't deal with it or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying like a form of empathy, like you're kind of taking on their disappointment.
Yeah, like, and I don't want to disagree. Oh dear God, and I want them to be happy. Or sometimes, like, I'll just throw in jokes to make them. Oh well, but wait, and I'll just make them laugh, so they'll be okay.
They'll forget what they were talking about.
Yes, Jesus, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier when you were upstairs. You made a nice, good reference about black and white buttholes. About our company and people we clash. And I'm upset that
The buttholes clash.
the metaphorical butthole, I go there every time.
Twice in a row.
Down the chalk.
Buttholes this month.
I think, yeah, laughing's so important. And that's really what I use daily around heavy shit.
You use buttholes for daily shit.
Maybe like once a week.
What?
Oh, I'll bring up a butthole.
Oh, okay.
Like, that guy was a real butthole.
Okay.
But like, I'll use humor to deal with their conflict or whatever. Because cancer.
Because you laugh or you cry.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
think we established that in depression. Jesus.
Just put them down.
So, what kind of personality do you struggle with the most? Who's your least favorite person ever? Don't say the name, but what's the type of personality that you struggle with the most?
Like Chinese people. I don't know. That's really general. Let's okay.
So, what kind of, not the Chinese, but what kind of people do you struggle with?
I guess people who just take life way too serious. And just what I call myopic is they just see their way, and when you like give them your idea and then they just fucking like when you say things that they're not gonna agree with, and I'm okay with it, but then they actually like don't like you because you said an idea they don't like they take it like, oh, I just don't like that person. That's what I don't like. I don't like it. You know what I mean?
No, it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would, like, do you have an example, like, conversation that went like that, and how'd you get over it?
Let's move on. It's like almost daily. I don't know.
Yeah, right. What do you think? Who's your tough crowd?
Man, I don't have too much conflict with people because usually by the time they get to me, they're like in need of my help. But it really
Maybe not just at work, but I mean, like across the board.
across the board, people who I guess just people who are really, really strong about one opinion or one way of thinking, and they're not willing to actually talk about another side of it.
That's exactly what I just said.
Okay, what
Was
you
it?
said.
People who like don't appreciate someone else's like opinion, right?
Yeah.
God, yeah, I think it's a collective. Like if we were to go into a church with 1 billion, I'm pretty sure
Who do you guys hate the most?
people not like me. I hate them all. That's all the people.
But that's what they. I mean, how can they, feel bad about that? Because it's what they believe is right. So if they really think that's right, I guess they're just gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, and I don't deal with that well.
Right.
Trying
Me
to
either.
get better.
Or just like when you're talking to someone and you just look at them, you know their mind's already made up. No matter what you tell them. That's frustrating.
People that have just that personality as a fixture.
Right.
It's just so static and unchanging all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's really hard.
I'm reading this book. It's called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and it was saying like you need to accept that and know that people are going to give you like are going to complain and say, oh, you didn't do things right, or you could have, and you're supposed to just I'm saying like you're exposed. I can't even attach myself to some of these laws because I'm like, what? No, fuck that guy then. Like you're supposed to just, even if you think you're right, and I said, no, it's probably not a good shirt to wear. Like, you're supposed to actually, do something about it.
Like I'm supposed to do something about my shit.
Like, actually consider and being like, fuck you, man, this is a good shirt, man. Check it out. Like, no matter what people say, you're supposed to be like, okay, how can I fix that or be better? It's one of the laws.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
That's why I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I can't.
When I hear people say, oh, you know what you could have done? I'll be like, no, I hear you, but no, it's gonna be like this, or like I need to work on that.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm passionate about it. Like, oh no, it's working. No, they're like, no, it's here. You're wrong. I'm like, fuck, I fucking hate that person now. Hate that you should just kill yourself. Is what I think a lot. When people disagree with me, I'll just cut ties. I gotta get better at that.
Cutting ties.
Well,
Just
with
talking
how I
about this-
feel,
Okay.
you know, with how people make you feel, I just gotta be like, okay, take it easy. It's just in your head, you know.
That's a hard thing to get around. Yeah.
Mhm.
Taking criticism.
Taking criticism.
Ah,
That's
yes. Lick. Yep, you said it.
Yeah, that's hard.
That is hard.
Yeah, it's hard for everyone. It takes years of practice to not bite
I still
someone's
can't
head
do
off.
it.
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's not a simple thing to do. It's not easy to give criticism, and it's really hard to take it too. And I think that's something we should work on as like a species.
Especially females? Oh, I'm just kidding. No, especially as a species.
Especially as a species.
Especially us or anyone in healthcare, because all we're trying to do is like make people happy. Holy fuck! It's like a toxic. That's like I felt like school happened so quick, and then you're just like I didn't have a chance to think about who I am. You know, I was just going through some kind of process, and I didn't even get a chance to be like me. I just like was walking around as a whole different person, like I'm crushing every day, and then. But I feel like once you're okay with who you are, you're better out there. Like not until recently.
Yeah.
Now I'm like just starting. It fucking pisses me off because I'm 31, but all through life I was just just going instead of just being me. You know what I mean?
I think I do.
Like you need a chance to just think about who you are for a second.
Yeah.
That's my life all the way up until a couple of years. Just really constipated. It was bad.
Well, what are some things you do as like a ritual? Do you have any like standardized?
Don't make me go
tactics?
first again.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Dan, what kind of standardized rituals or tactics do you have to diffuse conflict? Thanks for asking, Dan.
Very insightful kind of question. Yeah, can you elaborate on that?
No. No. What? No, I'm not prepared. Damn it. What?
So next, it's like Uno. Up, gotta go back, reverse. The long come. Just coming for so long.
So what I usually do is, if someone's really, well, no, we'll start small first. If someone's like just getting irritated with me, which happens all the time, like anywhere, that can happen.
Anytime, all the
It
time.
depends on who that person is first. Do I value that relationship that I have right there? Is it someone behind me in the line for coffee and they're pissed because I wasn't looking and it's my turn next because I was texting or something? Do I value that relationship as much as dog turds?
Why does that bother us though when that does happen though?
Because it's conflict.
Yeah.
So, I'm just setting the scale here.
Oh shit, I'm already at a 10. I'm like, yeah, well why was he
So,
Jesus.
So first I decide how much I value that relationship and how I will proceed with said conflict. If it's a relationship I want to keep,
Yeah.
I can stay really calm and like back off the sarcasm a few notches and slow down, think like, okay, I see where you're coming from here. I know I did this. So what I do is I like take a step back, just kind of take a step back, look at my whole situation and think of it from my perspective. Think from theirs. And it's hard. It's
Doing
so
this
hard to do
mid-conversation? You're doing this mid-conversation as they're like arguing or whatever the conflict is?
that. No, I'll just stop talking for like a minute.
Oh, okay.
I'll just stop and just like, okay. And if you ever see me do that, it's because I'm like about to chop your neck off, but I'm just trying not to. So yeah, you just pause, don't really say anything for a second.
Yeah.
I just, okay.
They're gonna be like, never mind. No, never mind.
Resist the urge.
I use all my body language and just,
Like squeezing
no.
your fist really, they're turning red.
I
Alright.
just like bite another piece of finger off. It's fine. No, so you calm down, take a look at like everything that's happening, and try to go from there to try to resolve it. If I value it less, or not at all, I will just stand my ground until I'm like dust, until I'm just dead and tired and even more angry than when I started, and it's so bad to do.
That's really unhealthy.
I know, but whatever. This podcast is not about us being healthy.
Oh yeah,
No.
We were drinking beers before we started.
Never.
Oh, why would I? So I really think what you're saying is, and this takes, I think, just being more mature is most of our feelings is why we say things, because you're saying take a second, feel the feeling, and think about, like, even take longer and be like, okay, that made me feel shitty.
Yeah.
Well, and then
I mean, there's volumes and classes and
I don't do that.
books on conflict resolution as a whole, and my method is to decide how far I should suppress my rage and then act from there.
See, it's really not about making sure it's all about dealing with your inner conflicts.
Right.
And I think it's up to the other person to deal with that too.
Yeah. And
There's no right or wrong. Oh, well, you should say these softeners because they're feelings or whatever. Because they're allowed to feel anything.
use open hands.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to use one finger
Right.
the whole way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, how are you? So here's what we're gonna do today. And they're supposed to be able to.
to deal with that.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll throw them off, I promise.
I really think that's. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have standardized? How do you resolve your conflicts?
We're talking about like some guy angry at me in the coffee shop.
No. I mean, that's my example. That's
Yeah.
internal to
Okay.
me, like a fight with our shared parents.
Yeah. Let's just
That
start
just
with, like,
sounded so like. Where we came out of wombs.
Whom we used to
Like mom and
share.
dad. Yeah.
I mean, as far as just like, let's just start with like regular people.
Yeah, let's not.
Some
let's not
guy,
crack
some
that
guy
into
just
shit.
like.
Just some piece
guys
of
just,
low
like-
hanging piece of shit fruit
Yeah.
off a fucking. What do you do? Do you,
shit tree.
do you fucking hit it with a bat? Or do you support that branch? Like, give it light? I don't know.
Yeah. Most of what I do is just like, you know, a little like self-deprecation can go a long way. If you like cut someone off, just like standing in line, you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I didn't even pay attention. And then they're the ones apologizing to you. They're like, oh, I didn't mean that. And then it's like really disarming.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, saying sorry right away.
Yeah, and just like immediately acknowledging like, oh man, that was totally my fault. Look at me go. I'm such an idiot. And they're like, oh no, it's okay. You're wonderful and perfect. Not really.
Right.
It doesn't go that far. But,
No.
but it helps.
It did.
Oh.
Could I blow you right now?
What? Yeah. What?
For cutting in line.
Ah.
I hear you. So saying sorry right away.
I gotta be
That's
somewhere, but.
real quick. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like saying sorry, but also saying like, oh, I just messed that up. Whoa,
Right,
my
right.
bad.
So do you do that with your friends?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or I'll like make fun of myself, you know, because it avoids you. It avoids.
Okay, so let's say you deal with like this alpha dude walking around, just left the gym, drinking his M9 or whatever protein, and he's like, "Bro, dude, you go fuck." Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Well, you better be fucking. Or like, how do you deal like that? You can always, that sounds like a great situation where your thought worked perfect, but then what if they're mad or
If they're just gonna be like that.
suicidal? How would you? I don't know. Yeah, like, okay, give me a situation where like you lost or the conflict. You didn't.
Oh man, so like I was at this bar and this
right away.
yeah.
Oh, tons of it. Yeah.
There's this one guy who was like trying to like hit on my friends.
Yeah.
And I go up to him I'm like, hey, how's it going? What's your name? I like shake his hand. And he doesn't let go of my hand.
Oh,
he's like,
Jesus Christ.
and
already.
he's like, do you want me to fucking knock you out right now? I was like, no, man, we're just hanging out. He's like, I want you never to approach me again.
What?
It was weird.
Was it you the only dude?
No, I wasn't. but I was just like being friendly, and the girls were really turned off by him anyway. And I
Oh
was-
my god.
that just like totally did not go my way. And I was just like, nice to meet you.
Wow.
We'll see you around. And I just kind of left it at that. And I just hope he left that feeling like the asshole,
I hope so.
because it was completely unwarranted.
I don't care
But I
what he
didn't-
feels.
I was really confused by that whole interaction.
Mm.
I hope he gets like testicular cancer or
No.
something.
He probably will. He was.
I mean, whatever he
he was
thinks,
on roid rage.
or walk
Holy shit.
away from it,
Yeah,
That
right.
guy.
we can't change whatever he takes away from it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point. It wasn't on my list, but that's a really good thing to bring up. Is just open hostility in people that you meet randomly. It could be family or friends. It could be rando strangers on roids.
Yeah.
And it's something that, I mean, at some point everyone's going to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna now take roids, so the next time.
No.
I'll be like,
Oh.
oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, really?
I'm sorry.
And just like bring more energy there. Maybe that would have fixed it. I don't know. There's tons of other,
Yeah. I don't know. It's really like the way I just handle that. It's like you bring a certain amount of energy to a conversation or to an interaction, and people usually respond with the same amount. And if they try to
especially
go
worse in
over,
front of other people.
yeah,
Because you don't want to look like a pussy, and you don't want to like. I mean, now you got to deal with this
right.
fucking. It's just
But it's like if you don't escalate the situation,
who walks around like that, thinking
I
that
don't
way.
know.
Wow. Just this guy shakes my hand. I'm
Neanderthal.
gonna kill him.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. But wait. Yeah. No, I want to kill him. I still want to kill him right now. Who does that?
Right.
That's so
It
crazy.
was weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should just
Okay.
ask like, "How's everything at home?" Something like that.
That goes so well every time.
Like, so then I woke up. I didn't even remember.
I woke up and I
Bag
had
of
nice teeth.
yeah.
I had a good conflict story.
Ooh.
Not really on topic because this is just fun.
Yeah.
So one New Year's, I was hanging out with my friends, this girl I was dating, and her friend, and I didn't know anybody except the girlfriend and her friend. Totally rando house party, New Year's, and some guy was what's that douchey shit term that people use? Sucking the air out of a room, like being larger than life on purpose to attract the attention of.
I like
females.
that better.
It's like a
whatever.
Peacocking.
Peacocking.
Oh,
Yes.
nice, nailed it.
Got that.
Yes. This guy was peacocking all night. Like we were joking around, and someone brought up oh, threesomes. He's like, oh, only 3.
Ah.
What? Shut up. His name was Sergio. I'll never forget it. So night goes on. He takes 4 double shots of tequila because he's a man and he can do that. He started puking 20 minutes after that. Just got blind drunk and punched me in the back of the head for no reason.
Oh my god.
For no,
What?
Come on,
reason.
Sergio.
Did you even talk? Were you talking to this guy?
No.
Did you know?
No,
there was.
he came up to me when I was talking to someone else and just whack right in the back of my head for no reason. Still don't know why.
I feel like you just gotta be okay with people not at that understanding. I don't. That
Yeah.
happened to me too. A dude was pissing on my car at the bar here in the Henry.
What?
I'll find you. I'm gonna take steroids because I'm learning.
We're gonna go all.
We're not gonna punch you in the back of the head.
and run away.
So
really fast.
yeah, the dude was pissing on my car. It's at happy hour. It's 4:30, 5 p.m.
Wow.
And I came out to have a smoke, and there were 3 Mexicans. One was pissing on my car, and I heard, "I hope no one's driving a Kia Sportage." And I'm on the other side, and I had this dialogue. I was like, "Don't go over there and say that's your car. Don't go." Jesus.
Should have
So
set off
don't
the
go.
alarm.
And then all of a sudden I was like, damn it, and so I walked around and I was like, yeah, that's my car. It is. And he was pissing on the wheel, but it was raining, and he's like, oh man, I was like, he zipped up. I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's raining, it's fine, I don't care. And I was like, genuinely did not care.
I would have burned his wiener with a cigarette.
Yeah, I was even talking to his other 2 boys. I was like, it's raining, I don't give a shit. We're at a bar. We gotta piss. So then we're going in, I hold the door open for him, and then he takes 2 steps up, turns around, headbutts me, and I'm just I look forward and get a headbutt I pass out apparently or black out and I fall backwards just
Holy
like
shit.
cold. All I remember is waking up and people being like, "Oh my god, why would?" And he ran away. that's I don't know. I can say it because I'm brown. You guys can't, or you're racist.
You know we're both Mexican.
What?
We're not brown though.
We're not brown.
Not at all.
Oh, so never mind, because I'm not even Mexican, so I'm the racist
So
one.
you're the weird.
Touche.
You're the weird
Okay.
So, being genuine.
Oh, I was just circling that because I just.
No, what do you think? What's your thought?
Oh, what was my thought? What was my thought? I love our new lights, by the way.
Yeah, we just got new lights.
Can you see us? It's like a bright sunny fucking day.
Right? Except it's 9 p.m. in December.
Yeah. In December. What was I saying about genuine? I feel like, okay, here's what I'm doing, and I'm getting pretty fucking good at it. I am. Whenever I'm dealing with people who like don't like what I'm saying or I'm disagreeing, as long as I'm acting like I genuinely am trying to, like I understand, like if they can, okay, I know, like, you know,
No, that's an awesome tool.
it's really, I'm starting to get better at it.
That's really effective.
And they're becoming more like, okay, well, okay with whatever I'm saying, even if it's wrong. As long as I act like I genuinely trying to get a point across, or and I understand, or even if you're faking it, if you could be, well, that's not being genuine, but like that's your intent to be genuine.
Right.
I feel like that's fucking leading to just everything's better when you are yourself and genuine.
People like when they're heard. When you actually listen to them, it feels good. Like everyone wants to be appreciated and heard and listened to. I think being genuine is a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Showing interest in the person.
Yeah.
Right? Just like, I'm listening to you. Let's talk about what you just said, or I like what you just said. Here's what I think. That's similar to that.
I just finding it works like everywhere in every situation. Just being genuinely just okay, or you know, and not
Yeah.
just fake. Being yourself again. I'm gonna go back to that. Just
Yeah.
being comfortable with who you are 100%. Usually when I was starting open mic, I was just so afraid they would not
When you started doing what?
open mic.
Open mic, okay.
Like when they wouldn't laugh, I'm just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, and I would forget what I was saying.
Is he done?
They're just like,
Can you?
get my body away. But now, like, when I'm up there, I genuinely try to pretend, like, not pretend, but I, like, generally try to come, this is funny to me, and if they don't laugh, I don't care, because I think it's funny, so I would care way too fucking much. I would just, oh my god, I thought I would physically die from, like, oh god, I can't, I don't know how to
Pure
explain
shame.
it. Yeah, like,
Totally.
oh my god, he's actually dead.
He died of shame.
Yeah, it was. Oh god.
You know, that's an interesting thing to bring up. People that aren't comfortable with themselves. It's really obvious when people aren't, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people.
Most people. Well, I mean, I'm not talking about like being totally cool with all your shitty flaws, because everyone has shitty flaws. You can't get around that. No one's perfect.
Don't have the perfect bod. Don't have the best car. Just,
Yeah, shaped balls, whatever. I mean,
huh?
huh?
What?
Sorry.
Anyways.
Okay. When people are just vastly insecure, that's really hard for me to deal with.
You can tell too.
You can
like it just
totally
comes
tell.
through that they're.
And that's really hard for me to like deal with someone like that because I don't think I'm vain. I try not to. I mean, everyone's vain.
Sure.
I try to like do my best to suppress that even when I'm alone, which is you know, it's probably the right thing to do. But
Yeah.
when people are incredibly vain, I think that goes hand in hand with massive insecurities. Right? So like the girls on Instagram that just work out and post pictures of their boobs.
They're just built to like have sex or just to want to for
Right.
fucking. That's your
That's-
only existence.
Wow, I'm so glad you made yourself into that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like that's why people are.
Oh, guys do it too all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why you can talk to fat people like obese, and they're in your head you're like yeah it's not healthy, but in their head they're like large and in charge and fucking big is beautiful and they're fucking they're happy with it, you know. But then there's also people who get like anorexic and in their head they're not pretty, they're not skinny enough.
Yeah.
Like that's just you know.
Obviously, the extreme spectrums in vanity.
You got more with obese.
Or just withering as a human.
So from my I don't know.
So
Isn't that good enough?
So this is the right segue into the topic we were talking about earlier. How to deal with humans and how to deal with ourselves.
I feel like we've been talking about ourselves a lot.
I mean, how we deal with things, but how do I deal with me? How does Chris deal with Chris? And how do you deal with
myself,
what's your name?
Robert.
Oh, yeah, how does Robert deal with him?
With
Yeah.
Lube.
I'm sorry, I
Brother
lost
of mine. It's been a while.
Maybe this is a bad topic. Maybe I should just cut this thing out.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you mean though? How do I deal with what?
I don't know.
Okay, no, dude.
I think we're agreeing to just avoid ourselves, which is kind of counterintuitive to actually this entire topic.
Yeah. The best thing to do is
Yeah.
leave it in front and be okay with it instead of suppressing anything.
Yeah.
Alternative.
This is a nice little case study. It's like, how do you deal with yourself? Let's just cut this.
That's how I do it. Cut it out. Just cut that part out.
Yeah,
let's just
cut that little piece out of my brain.
Well, see here we have relationships. Usually, like, I had a girl that I thought I fucking loved because I was like just 18 and blah, blah. But it's even to this sitting right here, I still have. Oh, if I were to I fuck her and probably tell her I love her and make her like I cut people out like in my head. I have to, otherwise I'll have fucking weird dreams or something. Like I'm pretty good at that now, so I just cut people out who aren't, you know, positive or just whatever. If it's bumming me out anyway, just cut them out and be around people who, like, that's why we're doing a podcast and stuff and whatever and growing, because I try to keep those people around me, you know? That's something I do to help deal. I'll just cut them out. Just fucking cut it out.
I mean, not even as an unhealthy defense mechanism, but something that you just have to do once in a while in your life.
Yeah, I just don't care about them anymore. You be you and just go shit on yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Kill yourself.
how many people do you know that you just don't talk to anymore? You know, there's plenty of people. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I get trapped though with those downers, you know, and you're like you think you're one of them. I remember that I started doing comedy, or I started reading books, and they were like giving me shit, like, oh, you need self-help and stuff, and then I felt stupid, you know. But once you start getting around people who do that, and you're like, oh wow, and are okay with whatever your goal is,
Like wanting to be a better human.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You want to make yourself better?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you then?
Ugh.
You're broken.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right.
Even talking about how you're broken, people go like, oh, wow, that dude's got some heavy shit. Well, they just messed up.
Why can't they just run
People
away
don't
from
talk
their
about
problems like normal people?
Yeah, I know.
Like I just did and then cut out. Yeah. Now I have to cut it out.
You certainly do. Otherwise, it would just like counter. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. That's something I do. Yeah.
I've noticed, because like I see a psychologist.
I see a psych, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you do.
He's like, I am a psych.
No.
Okay. So,
I read self-help books.
because you're better than us, I understand.
Whatever.
So, I found that when I tell, because I tell my friends about it, because like when I tell them like you're dealing with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
I really recommend you see this person because they're great at helping people sort stuff out. And like my view on like self-help and the psychology of everything is, anytime I don't know how to fix a problem, I should ask somebody that knows better than me.
Oh my god.
Right?
That's
the idea of self-help.
insanely. Wow, what a good idea.
Right?
Most people are just like wrong, and I don't like you now.
I mean, even like if you've ever gone to anyone for advice, like your friends,
Yeah.
or just like a pet rock, you probably could benefit from seeing a psychologist at some point.
I think everybody could.
Right.
Literally.
Yes, and that's what I say.
Everybody.
And when I tell like some of my close-minded friends or someone that's older, like significantly older than me, it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm seeing a psych and it's really helpful. You should like call this lady that I talked to. They're like, what?
What's wrong with feeling good and needing help? Like everyone thinks,
Yeah.
oh my god, that guy's fucked up. He's probably
Oh,
vicious."
he's like he should be in a place where men in white coats come and just stick him with needles once in a while.
Yeah.
No, it's a tune-up, lady.
I love that. I like that. That's so true.
No, I don't need to. You don't need to strap me down and like put the thing in my mouth. And
Ow! I'm like, whoa, hey, what's doing here?
No, it's a good thing to do, and people like give you weird looks. People give you really weird looks when you tell them like, yeah, no, I've seen a psychiatrist before. They're like, oh, like you just pulled a shotgun out of your pocket, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna back out slowly.
That's what, when you said, you were telling me about your depression, remember in the parking lot? That like really drew me closer to you. I was like, wow, dude, this guy's really saying something, making him really vulnerable. I could say a lot of fucking mean shit, but you were just saying it, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's not a lot of people like, you know what, or just
And it's a lot
like,
of the stuff.
just say, you know, that they're not happy about. You're just open,
Yeah.
vulnerable.
No, I mean, there's no reason to hide all that kind of stuff because.
Well, there's tons of reasons. I probably won't get laid, or if I lie, or
at
if
least
I
in
gotta...
my, at least in
Yeah,
my
there's tons of reasons
brain.
why, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if from a couple episodes ago, it's basically the same thing I said there. I think it's a lot of the same stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's all honest.
Just
There's-
like seeking help for.
no, just like how it is day to day,
Oh yeah.
and like just dealing with that because it's just like a thing.
You're just like...
I take pills, and that's just something I do
You're
now.
literally comfortable with who... Usually when I'm at work, I'm trying to be like someone else, and just, things are... But, you know, I should just be like, well, yeah, this is...
Yeah.
I should stop doing that more. But yeah, and you did that, and I was like, oh, okay, this guy's someone... I was like, wow, I don't talk about my fucking pimple above my lower belly button, or, you know, nobody does. But you were like totally cool. Oh, yeah.
Technical difficulty.
Technical. Oh, I'm not gonna do that again. It was just so embarrassing when I saw
It's
that.
so funny.
We don't treat it like any other health issue though.
No, and it's so important.
Why don't they teach it in school? Conflict resolution, like in fucking grade school, kindergarten, high school. None of that shit.
Nope.
I just walk around like just all day, just like trying to like, why am I having constipation every? Then finally when I start reading books, like, hey, it's okay. It's like I'm like,
Oh.
damn it! Like I was so fucking miserable throughout my whole, you know, being open to people. It's just, it changes. It's helped me. Probably won't help you though, but it did
Nope.
me.
So, next up is conflict at home.
Oh, what? Oh, well, I live by myself, so I'm out. I'm good. Who's next? Double pistols.
So, how do you solve conflict at home? Conflict at home. That's complicated. It is because you're almost fighting yourself in a way. You know, like it's people that you've grown up with or that raised you that you're arguing with all the time. And if it's all the time, get out. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important to make it like somewhere safe. Like I feel like I could say you have an ugly dumb nose, and I'm not worried about ruining our. And I'm not worried about like you like shitting down my throat, holding me like it's just whatever because. But yeah, usually my conflict growing up was staying out of my room. My parents are being fucking dumb assholes. Where's my crackers? Not liking what other your rules. how you like it. And it's just trying to cohabitate, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's because that kind of conflict is really different in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, the conflict that's born of cohabitation.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you said that because if you put two people anywhere for a long time, they're gonna fight. I'm sure astronauts up in like the space station, they
Uh-huh.
argue all the time. Like, you ate my last pureed apple.
No,
Fuck
you didn't.
Fuck you.
Your
You
bag's floating right there. What is it? I don't know.
It's got your name.
You're like, really? You don't know what that is?
You always curl up the edges of the bag. I know it was you, motherfucker. Like you're gonna fight, and I mean when things are really tough.
Did you two ever fight growing up?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we did.
Yeah, a lot.
Of course we did. I mean,
And now you're laughing at it.
because it was always stupid.
It was.
It was always stupid.
None of it made sense.
Yeah.
We were always just being assholes.
Mostly you, but yeah.
Okay, you gonna rehab? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, now one thing one of my friends is dealing with in a big way right now is a really Are you scratching your nose with the mic?
Yeah. Totally.
You done?
Are you trying to take your glass?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you got more things to say, say it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Here
We
for-
need more of you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go on.
You're
With,
rarely here.
With like conflict in the home.
Conflict at home. Yeah. What do you?
Conflict at
I mean, at home being roommates.
Yeah.
Okay, we can
I've
include
had
girlfriends.
so many shit shows for roommates.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
have.
I have.
Yeah.
You've heard the horror stories.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I didn't learn to deal with it until recently, until I went to grad school. And
Fuck.
like when you live with someone, you're just kind of in this undetractable, or when you live with someone, you're in this irrevocable contract with them for a while.
That's good. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And like you're just in this contract with someone, and you have to make it work.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm just making
And
sure
it's-
they're okay with everything.
And it can either be a really shitty version of that, or it can be okay.
I bumped my big ass nose on it and it was like got bopped in the fucking by a midget. And I was trying to overcompensate, and then you saw all that. Sorry.
No. The best thing that worked for me, my roommate Brad taught me this. Hey, Brad.
Shout out to Brad. What up, bro? Yo,
So, like, he's really good at just being upfront with you about everything.
isn't that awesome?
Almost to the point where it's annoying, but nothing ever gets dragged out.
Just being honest, straight up.
Yeah, I've had roommates where they just like something wears at them, and then they just flip out at you for no reason. You're like, when was this a problem?
You left your fucking cup on the table. You son of a bitch.
I always
swear
do.
to God.
I know you always do.
And it's always
Oh, this shit ends now. Hey, that's my espresso.
No, it's espresso.
Where's-
There's no X in espresso. Oh my God.
Help. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to wait a week until Dan edits
That's-
this and then put it up for someone to see me.
And that's just normal, though. Nobody tells us any of this shit, though, before it gets to that part. You know?
No.
Yeah. It takes effort to communicate.
What happened? Tell me. Did he what?
Like, what's an example from Brad? Shut up.
Oh, he'll
Oh well, he was just this thing with this.
I'll leave like a dish out, and he'll be like, "Hey, Rob, I threw the dish that you're using in the dishwasher. I hope that's okay." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." It's like
Ew,
it's
he didn't have to do
weirdly-
that.
Weirdly
No.
polite about things, but it's like I could just imagine the opposite, where it's like 2 weeks later, he's like, "I've been putting your fucking dish in the dishwasher because you leave it out." And I was like, "Oh, you just were doing it. I didn't know it was a problem." But the easiest thing is just communicate
Just
it.
be like, hey, dude, are you cool with putting your dish away after you're using it?
Yeah.
Yeah, or he'll just
Right
like,
away, be like, that buck that you.
Or he could just like put a little stank on it and go the total opposite direction, just like totally passive aggressive. Hey, I put your dish in the dishwasher. I hope that's okay with you.
right.
He
But
could
that's,
do that.
That's being an asshole.
That's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Brad's no asshole.
That's just like an easy thing to do. Is just like constantly talk with someone. Though.
Yeah, yeah, and you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna live with someone for a long time, you just have to. You have to break over that weird membrane. You just have to punch through, and just like, hey man, you're leaving your shit all over the place. Could you please just clean it up? It's driving me nuts. And like it gets done, and then that's it, and you don't have to say it all
Right.
the time. And if you do have to say it all the time,
Even though,
it
even
doesn't
that
go
was,
well.
I didn't like it. I don't know why. I felt like you're just, you know, you just always call me the N word. Could you just? Or maybe if you
My
said more
roommate
like
does that all the time.
does he?
But like in
Hey man, don't say that again. Don't fizzle.
What's up, ninja?
I always call him a ninja because I just can't.
I like
pronounce
this.
it. Yeah, it's like close but not quite.
I do that at work. One time at work, he said something to me like, "Hey, why'd you do something?" And I felt cool, or like none of this was cool. But I was okay with saying, "Hey, I felt like shit when you said that." I'm like, just saying it, just straight up.
You
Like,
got
then-
yeah, it's gonna be awkward.
feel-
It's
oh, yeah.
kinda painful.
No, it's more awkward when you don't, because and then you just make a story
You
for
get
another year.
tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's much easier to comment on someone's behavior than it is what their intent might have been. It's like, hey, I didn't like when you did that specifically, and that's
Yeah.
all we're going to talk about. instead of saying,
Clarifying
you left this thing out because you're a piece of shit. And no, it's just you left this dish out. I don't care.
yeah,
But
Here's what you didn't consider. What?
Right, when you go into that, that's a downward slope. It's a
yeah.
slippery slope. That's
Yeah,
shitty.
it goes
It
fast.
makes you feel really bad about yourself.
I was like that for 28 years. You know, that's really. I hear you. God damn it.
yeah.
That's how I dealt with like. Well, then why would you? Or I just. Fuck. I just wish I was a better person in life. Sorry.
I got
It's
neighbors.
frustrating.
My doorbell's gonna start ringing. Whoops.
He's upsetting me though. It's not my fault.
I hate him.
Saying things that I can't deal
Not your
with.
actions, it's you as a person. I want you to take this as personally as you can.
You are doing this to me. You. Idiot.
Your personality is the
Offensive to me.
Yeah, how do you deal with that conflict?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
It's time to go.
Alright, let's do that bullshit fucking hour. Do we have some news?
We got some bullshit.
We got some bullshit?
got some
You guys ready for some bullshit?
got some bullshit. What's the bullshit, Robert?
So apparently
Cut that out.
the state of North Carolina had to officially produce a memo that the town of Wilmington smells like cat pee.
How do you produce a memo as a state or something?
It's a state memo
What is
by
that?
the state of North Carolina.
Oh, fuck.
They're warning people that Wilmington, North Carolina smells like cat pee.
Why? Why does it do that?
What do you just go like, one ticket to North Carolina, and he's like, alright, no place smells like piss. There you go.
There's
Tell me that.
like a sealed note from the state. It's like travel warning.
I've
travel
never
advisory.
heard of that.
This place smells like cat pee.
Wait, is
Why?
it a health hazard?
I don't know.
Acid rain?
It's from illegal manufacturing done. The-
Meth?
I don't know.
Vague.
So they say that there's some illicit manufacturing being done, and it's just creating unnatural gases.
That means
uh,
meth.
Probably.
The ammonia, I believe, is used in the manufacturing of methamphetamines.
It's like a large part of our piss.
It's mostly, yeah. I think it's, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's meth.
So for
There's enough meth that they'll spend money to put out a memo, but not stop the meth.
fair enough.
Well, they could have been just like, here, can you just say that?
I mean, I'm expecting some guy, like, every time I buy, if I was going to go to this cat pee city, if I buy a ticket there, like, some guy in a trench coat and, like, an old-timey hat's going to come up to me like, hey, man. What? Fuck, what?
Maybe they're not using
I don't
enough
care about
chlorine in all their pools or something.
For all their meth labs?
All pissy pools. Just
We should
yellow
contact
pool.
OSHA about the meth labs. We'll get right on that. Unsafe meth practices.
Oh, Jesus.
Unsafe meth production.
I'd probably go there and just become a user. You'll never hear from me again.
Subscribe.
I'd like,
Yeah,
your,
subscribe.
I'd like your finest cat pee.
The
That's,
Best. Yeah.
Would it be in those like boxes that they mail out to people, like a box of nice clothes every month, except now it's a box of meth. You know those subscriptions that
No.
they do?
Wait, boxes of clothes?
It's like you subscribe to the service, and it's like the service, and it's like a box of just cool trinkets or a box of
Oh, yeah,
fashionable clothes.
Yes.
And so maybe they're trying to get into that. There's like a box of just meth.
More power to them.
Meth.
I don't know.
Meth
Just it
products.
smells like piss out here.
All the
And
time.
I can't believe that's on your computer as news. I can't believe that made it. As I just can't believe.
I can't believe that's an issue.
the shit that.
That the town smells like cat pee.
I can't believe that's like an issue.
Have you been to North Carolina?
No.
There's not much else.
Oh,
There's not much.
not many teeth per capita.
Also, no. But just in general.
We've also lost North Carolina.
I just now hate everyone there. I just want to hit them all with the bat.
Oh Jesus.
That I heard that. I can't believe that's a thing. What?
God, they can't even come out and say it either. Because I know what's meth, and I'm in Chicago. Like, I know that's meth.
Yeah, I use meth, so I know.
Me too, dude!
Yeah. That's why.
Wanna high five a lot
I
more?
don't know how to act if like. Jesus, I did again. Where I'm like, you touch it, and like, oh, sorry, yeah, and try to play it off cool. I don't know. God damn it.
Oh, so the Wisconsin DNR sold 10 hunting licenses to infants
Okay. Okay.
in November.
No, they didn't. What's DNR?
The Department
The
of
Department-
Natural Resources.
So they
They
give
issue-
out licenses to hunt, to like permits to hunt. You tag a deer.
To-
So there's 10 infants. that
so
are
not to
registered.
shoot a gun, but to
No, in Wisconsin and a lot of
to
states.
take an
that
animal
allow
away?
hunting.
like you have to get a license to kill it and then take it. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. So
Yeah.
like any butcher
Oh.
is gonna see the tag and say like, okay, you got this legally, and most big places won't clean the deer and process the meat for you if they don't have a tag on it.
Could I shoot a deer legally and then leave it there because I don't have a tag?
I think that's still poaching.
Oh,
I think.
so why would
If you just-
infant?
You just kill a deer for nothing?
I guess
Why would you do?
because I don't want to wait in line. I just did at the Starbucks and he was texting us too. I shook my hand. I almost punched him. I told him. Headbutted him on the way out.
Jeez.
Pissed on his cock. What? Okay.
So infants.
I-
So what are the infants like? What are the infants gonna? Are their parents gonna shoot the deer and then tag it under the infant's name? Is that the plan?
I think that's the intent.
So like dead voters is what we're coming
Pretty
up against
much.
but with babies and deer hunting.
I mean, this totally sounds perfectly ethical and okay.
I don't see
I
a
don't-
problem with it.
Unless they're putting the baby inside the thing. I don't know. Why is that?
No.
Are they taking him there? Like, he's on there and.
No, because the law says you're supposed to get one tag per person.
Oh.
So they're gonna make the babies shoot the deer. No, they're probably just gonna tag it under the baby's name.
I just don't get it.
I don't.
God damn it.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Here's a good one.
Oh, we got some more bullshit.
One more bullshit.
One more turd.
The headline
Then we'll
just
flush it.
says Justin Bieber banned from China in order to purify the nation.
Banned from China?
To purify the nation.
There's a picture of him and he's like,
This piece of shit.
dumb douche.
Oh god.
Wait,
that guy.
what's the source? Is this a real thing?
The Telegraph.co.uk.
Fuck. Culture and music. Is he seriously? I'd like to know. You can't just ban somebody for not doing anything to you, right?
Didn't Pitbull ban someone from like Philly?
I know, like Russell Brand's banned from like a country.
Maybe. What's his name? The guy that does Borat and
Oh, yeah.
Sasha Cohen.
I can't remember his name.
I might be getting it wrong, but the guy that plays Borat, he's actually banned from ever traveling to Kazakhstan.
I don't blame them
because
at all.
he shamed that country
Oh
so badly.
fuck! Yes, he did.
Oh, so
Yeah, he
like,
did.
Like what a weird target too. But Bieber getting banned from China. It's a glorious day.
What's
in
that one
People's
say?
Republic.
It says he's banned. Another article by Spin says that he's banned from China for causing discontent among the public.
Who measures that?
Okay, I'm just gonna squeeze my eyes really hard, let it go. That just doesn't. Because they just don't like.
Because they.
You
hate
can
him.
do that?
I'm moving to China.
Fuck, you can never come here. No.
Do you remember his comments about Helen Keller
Fuck! What?
when he visited like the
Ah,
the
God.
Holocaust memorials?
Bieber.
No.
Why
No.
Bieber?
What did he say?
He said essentially along the lines of, "If she were here, I'm sure she would be a believer."
Oh my god.
Helen Keller.
No, Anne Frank.
Anne Frank.
Did you hear his comment about Anne Frank?
Why do we always get that?
Like, it was,
His
Helen
comment-
Keller, the Holocaust movie.
No.
Anne Frank.
He made a comment about Anne Frank, saying that if she were here today, she too would be a believer.
Referring to his own sycophant followers.
I-
Right.
Don't even think he went. I think he was just saying to be a. Because he's a
Shit.
flaming. Just.
Pile of garbage.
He's an entertainer. That's just your job. So shut the fuck up. Just
Oh my
do
God.
what you do.
I hate.
When people in music go,
It's on CNN.
Oh my god, Justin Bieber hosting it. Frank?
Oh, no.
Shit.
Wow.
Oh. He said it in public to many people that he hopes Anne Frank would have been a believer.
To walk around thinking like that.
Oh, God.
You know, if Lincoln was still here, man, you'd probably be a believer.
The ego on this guy.
That's just, it's gotta be even worse when you're a celeb, because,
Like-
oh shit. Oh shit.
Like, he just has no personality left. He's just, like, concentrated, fan-pleasing,
Like, just
biomass.
bleedy, gooey,
Just a meat bag that's so into itself.
sour, just pure. I wish Bieber's head was severed, just sitting on our table as we talk about him.
Just like
Just right here.
Like, do you think that's
Like,
good?
wow, just put it like in his mouth and pen holder. I don't know.
Drink my coffee out of his eardrum.
Like,
Oh,
it's
God.
really disgusting.
I hate
That's
him
this
so much.
guy. He's lost some respect, but he's probably getting way more poon than me. So Jesus, he's doing something right.
Yeah, I hope he gets every STD. I really do. He's the
I hope he
best.
invents new ones. Like, I hope he gets that many disgusting, filthy bitches on his dick that they're like, never. Whoa.
Just baffling doctors
And
around the world.
The bacteria goes like it's it's I don't know.
Oh, God. John Carpenter would have a field day.
Gotta keep a lid on it.
The thing that just comes out of
Yeah.
Bieber's wang.
Because it's like
Like,
whoa,
like
oh
eats
my
your
glasses.
dog.
Yeah, like, give me bigger. Fucking Bieber, goddamn dirty dick. Dirty dick. Great singer you. With your fucking pretty mouth and your dirty fucking. I don't know. All right, let's. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for upsetting people. I know I did. And thanks for coming out to Illinois.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be here?
Through the new year.
Nice, nice. Good stuff.
I like how he's like, no, that's it.
That's it?
Where you're from. He's like, no, that's it.
All right. So, yeah, humans and how to live with them. We're bad at living with humans.
Moral of the story.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the point. That's why we're talking about it. So.
And then we gotta make sure that we publish when our last week's
Yeah.
should be up tonight.
Yeah, it'll be up
We're
tonight.
always like a week behind because
Yeah. Because it takes a long time editing. It does. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
peace, bitches.